We've spent 3 live streams breaking down the enigma that is Leave It In My Dreams by the Voidz. Truly a great song with a lot of layers to peel back. But something I keep thinking about is the amazing chord progression in the verse. It might actually be the smoothest modal mixture I've ever heard. There's 2.5 flavors so elegantly weaved in there together. Let's take a look. We are comfortably in G major for the intro, with a plagal-ish, gospel-ish sus kind of thing on the 1, and then repeated on the 5. Take note of the F sharp there. Once we get to the verse, we are still clearly treating G major as our tonal center, as evidenced by the various melodies. Wait a second, that's a jingle. Is that McDonald's? Doot, doot. No, that's the Disney Channel theme! But what's going on underneath with the harmonic progression is really what we're here for today. The bass line is C, F natural. F natural's in the chat, everybody. Write that down. E, B. Something I like about this bass line is it's just 2 sets of half steps, with one of them separated by the repeat sign at the bar line. There's a neat symmetry to that structure. Anyway, that F natural comes right out the gate just seconds after hearing that F sharp in the intro. With G as the tonal center, F sharp is the natural 7th scale degree. Normal G major, Ionian. Whereas F natural would be a flat 7 scale degree, giving us G Mixolydian. G major in the intro, and then G Mixolydian in the verse. That's modal mixture, baby! But how much modal mixture are we talking? What are the chords in the verse? The chords suggested by the bass line would be 4, flat 7, 6, and then, here's where it gets interesting, a chord based off of the 3rd scale degree. Building in thirds, we get scale degrees 3, 5, and 7. But which 7th scale degree do we use? We're only 18 seconds into the song, but we've already heard a natural and a flat 7th scale degree. Are we putting F naturals or F sharps in the chat here? Based on the F natural in the bass line, that would be my first guess here. Yeah, G major for the intro, G Mixolydian for the verse. That makes sense. So that would give us a 3 diminished chord. Let's see. Yes, I've been thinking a lot from you. Ooh, that's not it. Huh, does that mean it's the F sharp, giving us a 3 minor chord? Yes, I've been thinking a lot from you. Yeah, there we go. There it is. 4, flat 7 with the F natural, 6, minor 3 with the F sharp. We got some modal mixture right here within this little progression. Some G Mixolydian, then a quick hit of G major / Ionian, and then back at it again with the Mixolydian. Now, why is that so neat? Well, normally, modal mixture tends to draw attention to itself in a very satisfying and evocative way when done properly. Think of it like a very strong ingredient. Ooh, I can really taste the anise in there. It's good, but it's strong. But this example here, it's almost imperceptible unless pointed out. It's so smooth and subtle. Ooh, what's the secret ingredient there? There's something special, I can tell. Anise? Really? Ooh, now that you mention it, I think I can taste it in there. It's really subtle, but it is good. It adds something. How did they do that? How did they make it so subtle? There's a handful of reasons, such as great voice leading. But the big one here is an instrumental melody that weaves through the whole progression and stitches everything together. Re, do, mi, re, do, mi, re, do, mi, etc. First, your ear will likely latch on to the main vocal melody. Next, either the drums or this instrumental melody. And this instrumental melody doesn't use the 7th scale degree at all. This easy to follow mi, re, do melody grabbing your attention facilitates the modal mixture falling into the background, allowing it to beautifully support what's going on in the foreground. Just like the anise adding a subtle complexity and deepness to the broth in your pho. Now, the food analogy goes further. Modes are often described as different musical flavors to play around with and utilize. And we've got 2 already, the major/Ionian and Mixolydian. But there's a secret 3rd one in here. During the flat 7 chord, scale degrees, flat 7 to 4, the instrumental melody emphasizes the 3rd scale degree. Relative to the root note of that chord, that would be a sharp 4, the calling card of the Lydian mode. Now, a flat 7 sharp 11 chord is still natural to the Mixolydian scale, so we're not actually using Lydian here. But we are invoking a Lydian flavor simultaneously with using the Mixolydian because this is a flat 7 chord after all. And then we'll move back to G major Ionian in like 2 bars. And then back again. So many flavors. And they all work together. Everything is supporting everything else. Not too much of this, not too much of that. A delicious flavor profile, pulling subtle deepness and intrigue from complex ingredients without overdoing it. Perfectly balancing all of them in such a way that anyone could enjoy it. Clearly, some master chefs cooked here. Some other cool things I want to call out here. The full chord progression stays on the 6 every other time during the don't overthink it part. The verse entirely avoids the 1 chord, but we still get a really nice sense of resolution because at the end of every stanza, the vocal melody resolves to the 1st scale degree. But we just go back to the 4 chord instead of the 1. The 1st scale degree is in the 4 chord. So this allows the vocal melody to resolve while still maintaining a certain amount of tension and momentum that a fully resolved 1 chord would dissipate. Ooh, that would suck as compared to way better. Speaking of the vocal melody, it actually uses that flat 7 scale degree a lot. But it completely avoids the natural 7 scale degree until we get to the line, as you think that it's already 2, at the end of the verse, acting almost as a preparation for the upcoming chorus when we do eventually strongly hit the 1 chord. And there is so much more to say about this song. I mean, again, we did 3 live streams on how good this song is. Go check that out if you really want to see how deep this rabbit hole of how good this song is. All in all, this pho is absolutely bussin'. So there you go. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can like, share, and really share. Like send it directly to people who you think would like it. Private lessons, Patreon, original music, tips, and super thanks. And thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope that you learned something that you could take with you and use in your own music. My name's Julian Casablancas and you're watching Disney Channel. If I've added one thing to Strokes lore, please let it be this. Don't let it be the Harry Styles thing. Please let it be the Disney Channel thing.